here we are, it's issue 3. We got Alexia Ciano, is that right? On the cover.
That's right, Alexia Ciano, Mistress of the Witchfire.
Excellent. So this is from November 2005. We're still in 2005. That means there are 3 issues in 2005 so far, right?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so we got, as usual, the Fire in the Hole. And then, as usual, we got Table of Contents, which we don't really go through, to be honest. And this is?
The Bosun's Call.
That's right. Letters and stuff. And this is great because it looks back on issue 2, right? Questions on issue 2 and stuff like that.
Nice little recap.
Cool. Which brings me to the comment section in this video. If there are any comments on issue 2, why not? Yeah, let us know. If there was anything we missed or stuff like that in the comments for this video, or in the next one for video number 3.
That's right.
Okay, so we have Jack About Town. Where is this one?
Let's see, Knoxville. I'm not entirely familiar.
I have no idea where Knoxville is. Just in case you're wondering, we're recording here in sunny old Malaysia. And Malaysia is actually above Singapore and below Thailand. Is that right?
Greetings from the tropics.
Okay. So a lot of things that we will talk about here, or things that we read here, are from the eyes of a Malaysian privateer press enthusiast.
Very much.
Cool.
Long time War Machine, Iron Kingdoms, all things PP.
Okay, so these are the November releases, and which are?
The good old Iron Kingdoms RPG minis.
Yeah, before that, they were a range of miniatures, am I right?
They did have a range because the RPG began with the Witchfire trilogy module.
Yeah, but they also had IK models before that. Before this, I'm very sure.
Yes. It was when D20 IK first launched. It was like Rutger Shaw, Tarin.
That's right. Yeah.
A lot of iconic characters. But actually, the reason they re-released as one can see in this book here, the Witchfire trilogy, it was where War Machine actually began, where the Iron Kingdoms itself, where I should say the Iron Kingdoms began. Cool.
All right. Moving on, we've got more releases, and here we've got
all the
Thunderhead,
all the Apotheosis, and some superiority releases.
Actually, this release actually has a lot of nice sculpts. November and December releases. I think.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this is a very good month so far. Since its launch. Well, you've got Victor Higley. That's until today.
This is one of the best Higleys, I have to say.
Even the Thunderhead, I like the Thunderhead, even though it looks a bit weird.
It doesn't look that weird to me.
Yeah, it looks like it's. I don't understand this open hand thingy. The pose.
He's sort of winding up like, I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah, but I think some people have called him the surfing Wojak.
No, people call him DJ Thunderhead, and they've been drawing a turntable under him.
Okay, so it's November releases and December releases. So moving along, we got Showroom Mercs. Tell me about this.
Yes, this is basically their not quite masterclass, but masterclass made easy.
Right.
Easy in quotes.
If you're new to the hobby, please note that masterclass usually is 1 or 2 levels above what's acceptable for tabletop.
Pretty much.
Right. So basically, when you're doing tabletop, it's basically basic painting. Add a little bit more detail, it's even better basic painting. Even more detail is even better. But the thing is, at some point, you will want to put a figure on the showcase, and that's when you pull out all the stops. And this article pretty much shows you how to do it.
Using the good old Nomad as an example.
Yeah, the Nomad.
Classic
So
Jack.
a few pages of this.
Very snaz end result.
Cool. Moving along, we've got Unsung Heroes. Now, I like this article because it pretty much breaks down the Menoth Army.
The Unsung Heroes it was one of the list articles. So it shows staff builds and why and how the build works. It's to give newbies an idea of how to build an army.
Yeah, if I was doing a magazine for any other game, this is a helpful section to have because sometimes people do not know how to field a particular unit or Wojak. Moving along, I like this. This is the challenge. it's when they give you a puzzle and you're supposed to.
it
You're
was
supposed
a
to.
very interesting series.
So this one's no caster gambit. No caster gambit. So I like that challenges. So even while you're on the bus coming home from school, or you're in bed, reading the magazine, you're still playing the game.
Yeah, a little brain teaser.
Yeah, I like that. Moving on, we've got superiority.
Yes, previews of the new superiority releases. The fourth book in the Mark 1 series.
All right, and we will be if you're following our channel, we will be looking at superiority sometime later. Flipping the page, we've got the Storm Guard, the Man-O-War Demolition Corps.
All the shiny new metal infantry at the time.
We got the Harrower and the Castigator.
Yes. Creepy Spider Jack.
It's interesting though, huh? They gave Signar units, they gave Cador units, they gave.
They actually gave everybody new units and jacks, but the preview's just showing a little taster.
I mean, in the magazine, yeah.
It's just to show a little bit of variety.
Ah, that's good. That's a good idea. Okay, zero tolerance.
This was a special scenario. These were usually little narrative scenarios that show that show a bit of the historical events.
So these are basically War Machine historical scenarios.
Yes. So you'll notice that, for example, it's the forces are fixed composition.
Right. Yeah. Maybe this one we can run. Let's see now.
This one would be quite easy to run. Yeah. We could do that in a later video, I reckon.
All right. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. We definitely will. Okay, moving on. We've got Traitor's Ambush.
Oh, I remember this one. This one is about Magnus trying to blow up a wagon.
I actually like Magnus's sculpt. Of all the early...
It's a nice sculpt.
Yeah, it's a very nice sculpt. It's just a shame that he's mercenary. It would have been nice if he had a proper faction. It's very dynamic, it's a really nice sculpt.
Mercenary is a faction in the sense.
Yeah, I guess it is. So it's also a scenario using Magnus. Moving along, we've got Better Left Forgotten.
This is a short story. This is when the first owner of the Witchfire, a inquisitor named Dexter Sirac, was looking for the sword. This actually predates when Alexia had it.
Right. Cool, and it's got nice art as well.
Lovely little painterly sort of style, as well as the classic solid black shaded artwork.
But again, notice how the art is not consistent. It changes.
They had about 2 or 3 different artists around this time.
So this one was very
This was classic. I think this wasn't Brian Snoddy. I can't remember the name of the artist for this one.
Right. Well, whoever it was, it's good stuff. There's quite a lot of pages. I like that. A lot of pages to read. So like I said, when you're on your bus coming back from school,
quite a bit of fluff, quite a bit of story.
That's right. When you're in bed, you can you actually get a bit of a story, with the magazine.
That's one thing I'm glad that they've kept throughout No Quarter is the story art, is the short stories.
And now we've got Pendrick Encounters.
Oh yeah, these were usually for the RPG.
Okay, so this one is Death in the Marshes, Part 1. Tell me about this one.
This was during Pendrick's excursion out into the Bloodstone March, the desert, and he's talking about the various creatures he encountered, like for example the Cyclopes. So Part 1 actually talks about the Cyclopes as a primitive culture and how they were treated when they were enslaved by the Scorn. And
this is pretty much a setup for their Horde set that was about to come out.
Yes. Right. When Hordes was starting to roll out.
Right. Moving on, we've got
Foundry, Forge, and Crucible. More Iron Kingdom's goodness. This time about alchemy.
A few pages of sting grenades.
Lots of equipment, lots of new toys, and even a little bit of history about Gorman Wolf himself, the mad alchemist of Leal.
Moving on, we've got Blood of Trolls.
Let's talk about Trollkin culture.
Like I said, they're pretty much slowly setting it up.
Yes, they're little teasers of of the various races and factions that were to come.
Trollkin diaspora. We have the Trollkin.
Yeah.
I know what the
This
Trollkin
is
is.
actually really nice. It gives you a visual idea. This is really good for people who want to build terrain.
Right.
So from this sketch alone, you can see what their structures look like.
Right. Trollkin bloodline traits. You've got your Trollkin toxic remedies.
Yes, alcohol poisoning.
Basically,
was
basically
quite common in their culture.
Yeah, basically everything you need to know about the trolls, right?
Pretty much.
Well, without getting too deep, and without the Trollkin book ever coming out yet. Okay, so moving along, we've got modeling and painting, and this one is the Thunderhead.
The Thunderhead at the time, actually no, still is a fairly advanced kit, and required quite a lot of techniques like pinning and what have you to put together. So this teaches you about the importance of pinning and the various forms of assembly.
Yeah, we had when this model first came in, we had a customer who got it, and the shop's big story behind it was he took a year, 6 months to finish it. He just started gaming, Brandon. He just started gaming, and he just started painting, and he wanted to get this right. He took, I can't remember, 6 months, a year, was it?
I can't blame him. Brandon does some very nice work. I remember his Thunderhead.
Yeah, we featured his Thunderhead in one of the videos. We'll put the link in a card here. Yeah, so we've got how to build him, how to paint him. Lots of pinning. You gotta learn how to pin, Chris.
It was a really, really fancy kit. Well, that's why I mostly go plastics.
Okay, moving along, we've got Hordes, your inner warbies,
Hordes
and
previews.
this is pretty much opening the box to what we're gonna what is coming, what we're gonna get. Previously, they also had articles in issue 2, but this one takes a bit further.
Yep.
So it helps you choose, right? So
it even tells you more about the faction, and it shows you what is more to come in the first wave.
So you've got the Troll Bloods, you've got
Baldur's Stone Cleaver.
That's right. It's really nice. It's got like little defense, armor, range, melee, speed, magic.
Gives you
in
a
comparison,
rough idea
yeah.
of the faction.
Yeah. I think you know what? If they were to ever relaunch everything, they should do it like that. They should compare it like that. Legion of Everblight.
Bugrush continues to be a very impressive
Scorn.
character design to me.
The
classic Mauler.
Amongst all of this, I think the sculpts
I like Scorn.
Oberos.
The Cyclopes were very nice.
Yeah, but Oberos didn't look great though. I expected a little bit more from Oberos.
They
Were
felt
not,
a bit lacking.
yeah, they weren't so great. Moving along with Guts and Gears, the Men and Machines of War Machine. This one is the Flame Guard.
Yes, the Men of Flame Guard, the Spearmen and Line Infantry.
You play Kado, right, Chris?
Yes.
So I'm sure you faced off against the Flame Guards, right?
Oh yes, I had lots of fun with them.
Just tell the listener if there were a few things that you didn't like about the Flame Guard. What would it be? Facing the Flame Guard.
Facing the Flame Guard, at the time, they were very difficult to dislodge. They basically sort of braced for impact. They just held pointy sticks and kept big nasty jacks at bay.
Oh, there you go. That's the pointy stick right
There's
there.
the pointy stick with its fancy fire reserves. Yes, pointy sticks that set you on fire.
Flame Guard, Flame Spear, right? So here we have the technical cutaway.
The technical cutaway of the classic Slayer.
Helljack.
I always found the Slayer interesting with that sort of stag beetle design.
Yeah, they've actually
Scarabs. That's what they're called.
Yeah, scarabs. Yeah, that's right. Actually, yeah, you're right. They do look like scarabs. I like the fact that it's also got a very demonic vibe to it. Yeah. Some stats with the Helljack. Oh, look at there are some
Paint,
different color paint schemes.
Samples.
Yeah. Okay, so moving along, we've got toy collector alert. So this is the action figure.
This is the preview of their first, well, and only action figure.
Yeah,
that they ever
if you
produced.
followed us in the first episode of this series, we talked about this, and here it is. Did you get one?
No,
Yeah.
can't say Striker was ever one of my favorites, but it's a nice looking figure.
Yeah, I'm not much of a toy collector myself, to be honest. All right, all along the watchtower, here's when they build a
watchtower.
All right, in 14 steps. Step 1, step 2. And this is good. This is good. If you're new to gaming and if you're new to building terrain, articles like this are really, really good. They even give you a little like
Little
template.
templates to use as reference.
I recommend building this if you ever want to try, because it gives you the basics you need to know to build anything, to build other designs. Moving along, we got Gen Con 2005.
Oh yes, the coverage of the Gen Con event.
All right.
Gen Con India, I think it was.
Yep. And I like this. They've got the winners.
Oh yeah, the painting category.
Yeah, and some cosplay. We don't do much War Machine cosplay here in Malaysia, you know.
That's about it being the tropics and all that.
Yeah, well,
Can you imagine dressing as a winter guard in this heat?
yeah. All right, so okay, so you got here are the winners, right? Is that right?
Yes, I think these were these
Yeah, second
were
winners.
From the event. Some very pretty entries. I always liked, as we saw on the previous page, I always liked Mengu Gangor's work.
Ah, there she is.
Assuming I'm
Is it
pronouncing-
she? Is it he? I'm not so
no
sure.
idea.
Well, it's good. The Kodiak Superior looks
Very
great.
very vibrant colors.
All right, then they have the open game license and the retailers list. Now we are here, right? We're here. One, page
believe
2.
so.
We're here somewhere.
Malaysia, Japan. Malaysia, here we
Oh, there
go.
we go.
Wolf's Game Shop.
That's
Talinja,
right. Yeah, we finally
Recognition at last.
in issue 3. Okay, so there we are, and then we have the poop deck. Breaky Toys, and they're talking about conversions in
Yes.
this one.
I really like the Bone Swarm Surfer. That was genius.
Yeah. Okay, so the back page we've got. Okay, what do we got here?
Well, we've got a lovely terrain setup where Illuminated One Harlan Phineas Versh considers his escape options against what appear to be the Umbrals.
They should have put the tower in here. I always, like I said in previous videos, we should have they should put stuff they built into the magazine.
They should. Well, they do have the one from the previous issue. Yeah?
How nice. All right, and there you have Hordes. Hordes is coming. It's coming soon, apparently. All right, so I hope you liked issue 3. I'll look through issue 3.
Feel free to leave us comments below.
All right. We'll see you in the next one.
Have a good one.